much of what looks like your child just misbehaving is really them trying to communicate that they have an unmet need. Now, unmet needs can range from the need for attention and connection, the need for physical activity, power and control, or feeling or being hungry or tired. So in this video, I'm gonna break down common misbehavior and what it could really mean. So let's dive in. So I know that when your child is misbehaving or doing things that you would rather them not do, or not following your directions or your guidance, it can feel really frustrating, and it could feel really hard not to just pay attention to their misbehavior and actually like zoom out and see a larger perspective. So what I want to remind you, and what we'll be talking about throughout this video, is how behavior really is just a form of communication, especially if you have a young toddler who is not yet verbal or their verbal skills are really limited. They are going to use a lot of their behavior to try to tell you something, and it can be very telling what they are trying to communicate if we know the signs and common patterns. So we're gonna dive into that. I'm gonna be sharing, I think it's like 8 or 9 different behaviors and what it could possibly mean. But just remember, behavior equals communication, okay? If you don't remember anything else from this video, I want you to take that away with you. Before we dive into the specific behaviors, I just want to share with you really quickly that in exactly 1 week from this video going live, next Monday, November 22nd at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be hosting a free, yes, absolutely free discipline workshop. So I'm going to be breaking down so many things related to discipline. So if you're struggling with your child's behavior, you definitely don't want to miss this free training. So in this training, I'm going to be breaking down how to get your child to listen to you without having to yell or do all of the things that you hate, that we all hate, like punishing, threatening, bribing. So I'm going to be sharing practical tools to increase their cooperation without us having to sacrifice our sanity. So I'll be sharing why you've resorted to the things that you hate, like yelling, and what it's costing you, how to get better behavior and better cooperation using my signature framework and a step-by-step approach. So it's going to be very practical. You're going to leave with knowing a lot more than you did walking in, I hope, and just feeling more confident and prepared. So be sure to join if that sounds interesting. The link will be down in the description and in the comment section, but it's also themomspsychologist.com/workshop to register. Now, if you can't attend live, don't worry. Just make sure to register so that I can send you the link for the replay. Really important. So I can't wait to see you guys there. Let's dive into the video. Okay, so behavior number 1 is when they are literally bouncing off the walls. They are running in circles, jumping on the couch, jumping on the bed, super hyper, super silly, not following your directions, and wanting to just run around and be silly, and they're just really hyper and wound up. So this is a common sign that they want to get outside and play. They have a need for physical activity, and they are getting that need met by all means necessary, right? So that's where you want to see if there are other ways, other more appropriate ways they can get their need for physical activity met. It could also mean, though, especially if it's happening later in the day, that your child is overtired. So they are really tired, but they are past that point, and now they're a little delusional, dare I say. So pay attention to their sleeping schedules, take inventory, and see if they're possibly overtired. Behavior number 2 is being all up in your grill. Being your shadow, wanting to touch and play with things that you are touching and doing, right? Like, I'm imagining if you're trying to like open the mail, they're right there with you, trying to open it with you, and just touch things that you're doing and being all up under you. So that's often a signal that they want to be involved, they want to be helpful. Behavior number 3 is refusing your directions, saying no to things or being uncooperative during daily routine activities like teeth brushing, getting dressed, sitting down to eat a meal. They are just generally combative. Even they might refuse things that they've asked for, right? They're like, I want a cup, and you give them a cup. No, I wanted the green cup. No, I wanted the yellow spoon. That kind of thing. So that's often a common sign that they want more power and control. It also can indicate that they are feeling dysregulated and they need help calming themselves down so that they can think clearly. They also might need some boundaries. This is a common one that can mean a lot of different things, but often it comes down to them needing more power and control. Behavior number 4 is doing things that you know they shouldn't do, right? Or you know that they know they shouldn't do. So I'm thinking of food throwing, coloring on the walls when that's a clear rule in your house that we don't do that. Running around and again, just being like silly and not listening. That can often mean that they are bored and want to explore, or that they need more attention and connection from us. Behavior number 5 is when they start to rub their eyes, they're quietly starting to slow down. Maybe they're getting a little whiny, a little fussy. Those are often signs that they are tired. So behavior number 6 is when they start to act mean. I'm saying mean because I hate those labels, but they're just starting to act a little bit more sassy, being super opinionated, combative, maybe aggressive with their words. This often signals they're feeling overwhelmed, they're feeling misunderstood and unheard, and that they commonly need more of our attention and connection, our reassurance, and also they might need a break, some time to wind down and get some space from whatever is going on so that they can recalibrate and rebalance themselves. Behavior number 7, that is a common one, is the constant bargaining, constant trying to negotiate with you after you set a limit, right? You set a limit, let's say no cartoons right now, and they're like, but what about, starting to whine, starting to complain. This is a common one. It often signals that they want to be heard, they're feeling frustrated, they need some help processing the boundary. It also could mean that they're trying to see if you will change your mind with that negotiation, because maybe in the past it's worked for them, and they want to see if it'll work for them again right now. So very, very common, and it doesn't mean that you change your boundary, of course. It just means that you help them process and understand the boundary a little bit more. Okay, behavior number 8, fighting with their sibling, either arguing, getting aggressive, snatching toys, arguing about toys, whatever that looks like, right? This is another common behavior, and it often means a wide variety of things. One, that they are feeling like they need to reassert their authority in that dynamic, right? That they need to feel heard by their sibling, they need to feel respected. It also might mean that they feel like they're losing some importance in the family. I see this common when it's a toddler being aggressive with a new baby, right? They still have some messy feelings around it. They're excited, they love their new sibling, but it also is a very scary place for the older child, right? And they might feel like their importance is slipping away from them in the family. It also could mean that they want to reconnect with caregivers. They're feeling dysregulated and want more attention and connection, but the only way they really know how to in that moment is to just get frustrated, right? It happens to all of us if you think about it, right? We're frustrated about something else, but we take it out on somebody else, or another situation just triggers it when really we're upset about, or want something totally different than the actual situation. It also can commonly mean that they just need to learn more skills in communication, conflict resolution, having to wait, having more skills around waiting and patience. So again, the sibling conflict could mean a lot of different things, but those are the common ones that I see. And remember, behavior is just a form of communication. So I want you to try to get in the habit of asking yourself, when you see behavior that is overwhelming confusing, frustrating, ask yourself, what might this behavior mean, right? What is this behavior trying to tell me? What does my child need in this moment? Now, doesn't always mean we can meet their needs in the moment right away, but I think shifting our focus to that question will, one, help us calm down a little bit more, because we will feel like we understand where the behavior is coming from, right? It can feel really overwhelming and frustrating when we make conclusions like, they're just doing this to annoy me, or, why won't they just listen to me? I don't understand, right? Or they were so good at this yesterday. What happened, right? What am I doing wrong, right? All that self-talk that we have when behavior gets overwhelming can be really unhelpful. So shifting to, what is this behavior trying to tell me? What might my child need? Can just help us stay calm and stay grounded. Again, it doesn't always mean we can meet that need in the moment, but we can communicate to our child, hey, I see you, right? I understand you. I'm doing my best here. Let's make a plan to connect, after dinner or whatever it means, right? I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that you will join me in my live workshop next Monday, November 22nd at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, to talk way more about discipline and how to stop yelling and doing the things that we hate in order to get our child to listen, right? How do we increase cooperation without having to resort to yelling and blowing up? So I hope that you'll join me. I hope to see you there. Again, if you can't make it live, no worries. Just be sure to register so I can send you the link and the replay when it's done. All right, my friends, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.